Happy June, everybody. How y'all doing today? Stubbs here. Today, I'm coming to you all with a brand new suggestion from Tim. He suggested me to react to Mike and the Mechanics, The Living Years. I have never heard of Mike and the Mechanics ever in my life, so I don't even know what to expect. But yeah, but this is the whole thing, though. I'm over here learning new music. I do have a lot more content coming out. I'm loving the love though that is that is shown to the Morgan Wallen video. Thank you all so much, and also like the subscribers are also increasing as well. We're getting some more people on this boat, so that makes me happy. But before I get started with this video of the living years, please make sure that you go and you comment and you like the video and you subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Let me know what you guys think about my reaction or think about the song in general. And also let me know what else you guys want me to react to. So now that all of that stuff is out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with the video. Hope that all my sounds are right because I was having some audio issues earlier. But yep, anyway, everything we're good. Man, you already know this is an old video. This old. It gives me like what's those? Why am I thinking about y'all know that show like MASH back then? Of course MASH was like a wasn't that like a war show? I know it's like back then, like 60s, 70s, maybe even 80s, I believe. But this just gives me that kind of video quality and just like that normal like landscape that they be showing. Like even like the Full House and what's another show? Family Matters, when they screen or like when they not screen, but when they show like the layout of like the town and the water and the houses, like the neighborhoods, that just get it just took me back to where I was with my grandfather watching MASH. Oh my goodness.
Every generation blames the one before, and all of their frustrations come beating on your door.
Yeah, this is giving me 70s, 80s. Yeah. Because look, the jackets, okay, first of all, gives me like it could be like 80s, 90s, but it's definitely screaming like the 80s and more so 80s and 90s just because of the clothes. Yes, I'm looking at the clothes. That's the only way I feel like I can tell when this video came out, really. But the song though sounds like a ballad, like a rock ballad, but not so heavy. More like a soft rock ballad. That's what it feels like. But just by telling from like the song, like the background instrumental, it's so weird. Is it called? I mean, is it instrumental? Even back then, we just gonna call it instrumental. But yeah, so like the sounds of it, it just kind kind of sounds like it's like reflective in a way. So yeah, kind of like it's not like a party song, but reflective.
I know that I'm a prisoner to all my father held so dear. I know that I'm a hostage.
Well, yep, okay, that confirms it. That right there confirms it. All right.
Oh, I know that I'm a prisoner to all my father held so dear. I know that I'm a hostage to all his hopes and fears. I just wish I could have told him in the living years.
Yep. So this one may not hit me in the feels. I'll explain a little bit later. But I think I heard him say, if I remember, I'm just gonna go ahead and rewind back.
So dear, I know that I'm a hostage to all his hopes and fears.
I know. Did he say I know I'm a hostage of all of his fears? I think. Did I hear that correctly? Man, whew! I had them same fears. Man, like yeah, I'm just gonna wait until the end of the video, but I kind of did his father. Is that his father? Yeah, he did mention his father. Did his father pass away? Because it's coming off. And then yeah, yes, because he just said something about I wish that I could tell him in his living years.
Just wish I could have told him in the living years. Oh, crumpled bits of paper filled with imperfect thoughts, still to conversations. I'm afraid that's all we've got. You say you just don't see it.
So it's okay. So he's looking at a picture of his father. I'm guessing he's reflecting on the years that his dad was alive. And then he has a little boy, which I'm just gonna assume that it's his son, and he's looking out to his son. So I'm wondering if he's like having the same thoughts of same thoughts and probably fears as well with his son, like, because I don't know, this is the thing about me, like I would think that in this kind of in something like this, he'll be looking out towards his son, thinking about who he is as a father and what he could provide to his son that he probably missed out on when his father was alive. And I could be wrong, but that just seems like, even like in a movie, when that kind of scene, they're looking out, especially towards a child, it just always has a sentimental feeling towards, projected onto the child. And like I said, I could be wrong.
He says it's perfect sense. You just can't get agreement in this present tense. We all talk a different language, talking in defense. Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it clear. Oh, say it clear. You can listen as well as you hear.
Have I heard this song before? Cause I swear that there was a part that say it loud part that sounds so familiar, but everything else doesn't. Have I heard? We gotta continue. I'm stopping too much.
Oh, say clear. you here. It's too late. It's too late when we die. Oh, when we die, we don't see eye to eye.
Wow. It's too late when we die. It's too. Wait. He said it's too late when we die. I think to say that we don't see eye to eye. I think I stopped that a little bit too soon. I should have just listened, but dang. I get it now. It is a reflection like song. And it sounds like it's a reflection on like regret. Um because it's like he's reflecting on the things that he wished that he could have said to his father before he passed away. And but now that he is gone, it's kind of like giving people their flowers before they die. You know, resolving conflict before that person passes away, because you don't want to live with that guilt and regret that you didn't um that you didn't close those doors, or have closure in the right way. Wow. Wow.
Oh, when we die, we don't see
Admit that we don't see eye to eye.
So we open up a quarrel between the present and the past. We only sacrifice the future. It's the bitterness that lasts. So don't yield to the fortunes you sometimes see as fate. It may have a new perspective on a different day. And if you don't give up and don't give in, you may just be okay. So say it loud.
Whoo, man, he said something. So yeah, it's too late to admit that we don't see eye to eye, because that person is gone. His father's gone. That person, whoever it is, in your life. Wow. There's so much. Like I get a like I feel like I feel empathy, because yeah, I haven't lost a biological parent, but I did lose a parent. Uh yeah. It does, like, this song is not hitting me hard, like so hard. Um but like, no, not hitting me so hard that I want to be boohooing and crying. If anything, it's like it's allowing me to look into my my feelings of how things happen in my own life. And that's just like something I think everybody goes through. I mean, you may not have lost a parent, but you have lost somebody, and maybe that you haven't. Everybody, is different, but you may have lost something that was very near and dear to your heart, but that you, or whatever it may be, didn't really see eye to eye about a lot of things. So you may have a whole bunch of disagreements or miscommunication. And then maybe years go by or months go by or whatever, and that person is gone, or maybe not even that that person has passed away. Maybe it's just you're at a point in your life when you have admitted um to yourself that what you did may not have been the best way to deal with certain things. I've been there. And but what you could do is just move forward, but you do kind of think about like what you could have done differently, or maybe at that time probably have gotten a chance to really say everything, get everything off of your chest. And I also want to, I'm sorry, but also he had mentioned that bitterness lives forever, or lives on or something like that. And that's true. A lot of people, they do live in bitterness as well. And um you may move on, but that still, that hurt and that regret, it still lives inside of you. It stays with you. And so if you don't get that uh under control or dealt with, or even just talk about it, it can really, it can really affect you in anything else that is in your life. And I think that and I want to say that with him having that little boy there, that I'm assuming is his son, that is very, very, very important. That when you are, really not even just when you're a father, when you're a parent or a foster parent or whatever that you may be, a legal guardian, you don't want to create what they call it, generational burdens, or just unhealthy. I mean, not unhealthy, but you just don't want to pass down, um, just burdens, in each generation going forward. You pretty much want to stop, and it should stop. Honestly, at times it can be hard, but you just have to. Let me give you guys as an example. Okay, because of the way that I came up, how I was brought up, there are some things that I've been through, and I vowed, and I still vow, to not do, or what is my cat? Hey, stop it. Oh my gosh, my cat is ridiculous. He is over here biting at my curtains. What? I just don't know. Oh my gosh. But what I was saying is that I vowed to not make those mistakes, or do the things that I have seen in my past towards my kids. I want to stop it right with me, and to create something. Uh, hey, didn't I say stop? It's like dealing with a child, everyone. But what I was saying is that, okay, you want to come up here, sweet. But it's like saying though, like, I just don't want to continue passing negativity and trauma down to, the next generation, my kids. And then I want them to also, I hope that I can create a positive environment for them, so that they can do that for their kids, and all, so on and so forth. So, you have to deal with that bitterness. It's going to take time, but the more that you do it, and you're more conscious about, what you're doing in these important moments in, people's lives, just know that everything that you do, they are watching, especially when you're a child, like the little boy. I'm pretty sure that little boy is watching his father, go through certain things, and probably, see him do certain things. And when he becomes older and become a father himself, those images, those memories, going to be in his head. So yeah, pretty much though, like, it's, bitterness can carry on, but at some point in time, you can't be bitter for so long.
As well as you hear, because it's too late. It's too late when we die. Oh, when we die, we don't see eye to eye.
That's an interesting drum set. Is that like they? Is that like no? Because he has cymbals, but I think that kind of drum set it gives maybe. uh, If hey, if any of you all musicians out there, just correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But is that more of a electric sound drum set as opposed to an actual drum set? So it makes a or gives a certain sound. Um, so because see, I can still see he has cymbals and everything. No, he has cymbals that he can play. Not cymbals, well cymbals, but he also has a hi hat as well. So I'm just kind of curious as to why not like an actual drum set, but I mean, hey, probably because it was, I don't know, the 80s still had drums, like actual drum sets too, but maybe it's just the type of sound that they were looking for in the song.
I wasn't there that morning when my father passed away. I didn't get to tell him all the things I had to say. I think I caught his spirit later that same year. I'm sure I heard his echo in my baby's newborn tears. I just wish I could have told him in the living years.
Wow. Wow. So he wasn't even there when his father passed away. That right there is I know I I know what that feels like. I know that all too well. Like that's uh I wasn't there when my aunt passed away, the one that raised me. I mean, I literally left the room and was on the way home, and I was only 5 minutes away from the facility that she was staying in. Made it home. I wasn't even there for 10 minutes, and then I got a call saying that she had passed away. Like, like I was there, but I wasn't like there. That in a way tears me up inside. So I can only imagine exactly the way he was going through.
So say it's the living years. So say it loud. Say it clear. Oh, say it clear. As well as you hear. It's too late. It's too late.
I have a quick question though. Where is this taking place? Because it's a lot of land and water. And I mean, that doesn't in honestly that doesn't look like it's American land at all. That's like that's far away. That's in Europe somewhere. Looks like.
It's too late when we die. We don't see eye to eye. Hey, so say it loud. Say it loud. Come on, say it clear. Don't give up.
I'm just gonna go ahead and stop it there. 2 seconds left of the video. Yeah, this song though, it reminds me of like reminds me of like a very like soft rock ballad. I think that's what it is. But it's so much more than that, really. But the message behind that, what I got was just basically just don't um don't wait to say don't wait to say what matters to people. Um well, don't wait to say what matters to the people that you love. You know, do it while they're still alive, and or kind of like do it while they are in still somewhat in their not necessarily right mind, but you don't want to not say anything because then you'll live with that regret. This song was beautiful, and now that I've heard it, I don't remember hearing the song, but there's like that one part, or I think it's the chorus though, that just reminds me of some song, and I cannot remember what it is. And maybe at some point in time, I will I will come across it. I don't know, but there were a couple of lines that he said, and I think that he said you can't listen you can't listen to a word I say. I think he said something like that. And that just reminds me of like the generational gap that is in society today. I mean, like we it's so hard for us to understand one another. Um and not just, you know, culturally, this is within your own family. This is like I just remember having conversations with my great aunts and uncles and great grandparents, and they're always like, what does that mean? No, see, back in my day we did this and we did that. And sometimes we get so caught up, we were like, well, it's 2025 now. We do things this way. And but why don't we just take the time to really just sit and listen? Just because some things though that they've learned back then, it still applies to this day. It just probably, you know, maybe a little bit more into it. Maybe just back then economy was different. Back then, I mean, family structure was different. You had more married couples back then. Nowadays, there are a lot of single parent households. Jobs. The jobs now. I mean, right now. I mean, think about it. Back then, like you didn't have social media. You didn't have internet. Internet wasn't a thing until like 90s. Like it's there was no making money off of social media. You know what I'm saying? Like you actually had to go out and find a job and work. Like you had to put in the work. So yeah, I mean, like it's just amazing how the gap in generations is so wide, and we miss out on a lot of information because we think that we have all the answers, but we don't. And we really need to really listen to our elders and listen to the people that have walked the path and created that path for us. Really pay attention to them. Really listen and take in everything that they have told us, because one of these days it's going to come back around, and we're going to need that same wisdom. Honestly, that's why I cannot really no, when I'm talking to elders, I give respect. Um, I do the best I can with like carrying on a conversation. Um, and but really though, like they walked. so that we could run. Some of us are running, but yeah, they all have created a path for us to do the things that we can do today. I mean, yeah, I mean, and then I think that there's a symbolism though with the kid, cause or I should say like, yeah, I'm just gonna say the kid because when really he mentioned it slightly in the song. He mentioned it. He said something about my wish, something about a baby. I cannot remember exactly, and I don't want to go all the way back and try to find that, um, but there's a symbolism with the child as well because when one spirit leaves, there's a new one that's coming into the earth. And for him, for the father, his father passes away, but he has a son that he has to raise, up, and hopefully he can probably right the wrongs in his life and create a path that he wants to create for his son. There's so many little things in this song that I can point out. However, overall I loved it. Strong message. I thank Tim so much for recommending this song because what I was saying, earlier, or what I was gonna say is that my aunt was my legal guardian, and so she passed away a few years ago, 6 years ago, actually, and to make I promise you that this was not on purpose. Doing this video, but today would have been her 72nd birthday, today. And so, uh, and by the way, it's like I said, this song hit home. It wasn't enough to make me boo. So it's kind of it's amazing how things kind of work out in certain ways, but yeah. So this definitely kind of I had my own little reflection during this video as well. This was a beautiful song, and again, I thanked him so much for recommending this. But anyway, if you guys love my reaction to this video or any other video, please make sure that you go and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, comment, what you guys liked, or maybe this, maybe this song, touch your heart in a way as well. You guys let me know in the comment section below. Also, make sure that you follow me on my social media platforms. I have an Instagram page and I also have a Twitter. I'm most likely going to be on Instagram a lot more. There, though, you see my personal life a little bit, and then also, things that I am working on, as far as my YouTube channel or as far as like things that I do outside of YouTube. But yeah, anyway, I hope everybody have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. It is officially June.